Matt, thank you very much for joining us for this quick CEO update. The first thing I want you to talk about is season tickets. Normally they're available, ready for supporters to purchase. What's the reason for the delay?
Yeah, so the delay is really centred around the feedback that we've had from supporters across the last 12 months. So as a club, we've wanted to make sure that moving forward, as we head into the new season, we have a ticketing system and a ticketing process that is the best for our supporters in terms of experience. So with that, we have decided that to make it the best experience possible for supporters, that we wanted to get the timing of the launch right. Of course, ideally, we may have put season tickets on sale a little bit earlier, but with working with the new ticketing provider, which will be announced next week, we've now come to an agreement that the best time to get the tickets on sale will be sometime towards the end of May. So the end of May, tickets will be on sale for all season ticket holders to obviously renew, which is exciting as we will be heading into a new season. I'm also, delighted to say that as a club we're able to announce today that those season ticket prices will be frozen, so the prices will be as they are this year. Obviously, cost of living is such an important topic at the moment, both for businesses, for football clubs and for people and for individuals, and we're trying to make sure that our season tickets reflect the importance of the income for the football club, but also the price of the cost of living for individuals and our supporters in particular.
With the delay of season tickets being available, does that impact prepayment plans for supporters?
No, so there'll still be an early bird price. So the early bird price will start as soon as season tickets are on sale until the 1st of June. There will then be absolute options for direct debit. So there'll be options for 3 payment dates. All the I suppose the further information on this will come with an article after this interview today. But we're still committing to everything that's happened over the last 2 or 3 years in terms of ensuring that our supporters have the opportunity to spread the cost as much as possible. But again, for the football club, it's really important that we get that the income into the club as soon as physically possible.
And will Team Valiant still be available? Obviously, it rebranded last season from Junior Valiants to Team Valiants. Will that package still be available for the younger fans?
Yeah, so Team Valiants has been extremely successful this season. So we've had 1,400-ish Team Valiants, which has been amazing. So that will still, the offer will stay the same. So again, that's frozen in terms of the price and the offer. Also, the under 12 free season ticket will still remain, and that'll be in the Hammer End as it has been this year. And then under 12s across the rest of the stadium will be £30. So yeah, again, a huge focus on our younger fans and our families as we move forward. But hopefully, the announcements of the new ticketing system, the price freeze, and then the options around payment plans and the phases in terms of the 3 windows that will remain, kind of demonstrate that we are wanting to support those that really support the club the most, which is something that we want to make sure we're doing moving forward.
Finances have been in the news over the past week or so. Obviously, the announcement came out, our accounts were published. Just your view on that, and how does the news that came out with the accounts being published, how does that impact the club on a day-to-day, but also on the pitch?
Yeah, look, it's accounts are published and comments get made quite quickly. What I would say is, and I've seen some of the rumours that have been circulated over the last few days, and people can misinterpret accounts quite easily. And I think what the takeaway messages in my mind are, football has has an issue in terms of the reliance on owners and investment into football clubs to make clubs sustainable currently. I think we all have an obligation, and that's people that are custodians of clubs, whether that's owners or whether that's members of staff, to make decisions that are good for not just the short term but the long term of football. Here at Port Vale, we're really lucky that we have an ownership group in the Shanahans that are fully invested in the football club. The losses that we made as a club last year, again documented now within the accounts, are absolutely sustainable in terms of the Shanahan's and their commitment and ongoing commitment to the club. The club's in a healthy position. Do I believe that we need to look and be part of conversations that are looking at the sustainability of football in the long term? And yes, of course I do. We've got conversations through the EFL at the moment that are centred around the fan-led review in terms of the government white paper, in terms of making sure that the heritage of football clubs up and down the country is protected. And I want Port Vale to be part of that. But again, I'm sure lots of people would agree with me that having the Shanahan's here at Port Vale gives us a real opportunity of creating that sustainability, creating that longevity in Port Vale Football Club, and making decisions that are good for both short and the long term.
You're talking about decisions. Let's talk about decisions on the pitch. Staff changes you've already spoken about and alluded to. But as we come towards the end of the season, football operations, where does that stand currently, and how much of an impact does your role now play in the conversations with Darren and the team downstairs?
Yeah, well, good question. I think we've still got 3 games left, so the here and now is absolutely the focus. So we've got 9 points to play for. We will be absolutely doing a full review as a football club of this last season, and there's a commitment for the club that will be discussed and presented, I guess, to supporters. And once the season's done, so a full review will be taking place. We are talking internally at the moment about what the football operation in its entirety looks like moving forward, from recruitment to operations to obviously the delivery of the game on a match day. Conversations are happening across the club. I'm absolutely at the centre of a number of those conversations now. I'm someone that wants to make sure that we're listening to best practice across the country as well. So we're doing a lot of conversations with other clubs. I'm talking to a lot of people from within the game, and people that also know Port Vale as well. So I think that's important. And the new structure will be communicated. Once the season's done. I think there's a time for the review and then the looking ahead to the future. But that time just isn't quite now. But it will come.